Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. So glad to have you here.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we are so thrilled. In fact, Jake from State Farm is joining us.
Yes.
He's taking care of our new social media. I don't know if you've noticed this or not. Jake, how are you?
Jake from State Farm, everybody.
Guess what? I'm wearing pants, so you know it is what it is.
Oh, it's a good day today.
That's a change.
Yeah.
Your question of the day is, what invention do you think we'll have in 10 years? I'm going to say teleportation, not for humans, but for like other things like cargo and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
If you agree with me, Matt, tell them where to go.
You can head over to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Let us know what you think we'll have in 10 years. Personally, I was still waiting on my hoverboard. So can
Me
I just
too.
get that?
Oh.
Like, subscribe, share, do all that on our social media stuff as well. You can send us your note directly at flash@dailyflashshow.com.
I would love that. You know, flying cars, but that's all pretty much a reality, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But
yes and no.
The flying cars are just giant drones, the ones I've seen. They're not
Yes.
the cool DeLorean flying things.
That's why I'm excited about Jim Carrey in this new Jetsons movie, because everything in the Jetsons now has come to fruition, and maybe they might come out with some cool stuff.
I just want them to answer why they're in the clouds. What happened? I want to know what happened.
Why?
The Jetsons are in the clouds?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, why do they live in the clouds? I guess
wanna
there's
know.
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And you need stoplights in those flying things.
Yeah, you
remember
do,
they had the
right? Could
flying-
you imagine the number of mid-air collisions we're going to have once those flying cars go up?
Indeed.
Rosie, is she still employed? I don't know.
Well, you think about it, you have your
The robo-
iRobot.
Yeah.
That was like the first thing as far as robots go, was the vacuum cleaner.
The robot vacuums, yeah.
Rosie the robot.
I've yet to get my dog on a treadmill. I know it happens.
I've
but
seen it.
I've
Yeah.
seen it, yeah.
And I got to tell you, the other day, I cannot find a sprocket anywhere, Spacely sprockets.
Spacely
They went out of business.
They went out of
Tariffs were
business.
too high for them.
Tariffs.
Tariffs are too
Coming
high.
from outer space. The tariffs. That's funny.
I will say FaceTime, you know, on your watch, on your phone.
Dick Tracy wanted that.
was
Knight Rider.
amazing.
Knight Rider had the watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your car talks to
Your
you.
car talks to you
Car
and drives
talks,
by.
yeah.
It's autonomous. There's a lot that comes together, and I think Star Trek at one time was really the gauge of everything. If you think when the clamshell phone came out, you remember that's what it basically the designers of it, they stole it really
from
from
Star
Star
Trek,
Trek.
really?
It came from the idea. Spock, I need to be beamed up.
Well, then maybe that's where James is getting
I think
his
James is.
teleportation inspiration.
I thought he would go, you know, we're going to have it where
Yeah.
you can send a piece of paper from one side of the country to the other.
I am still amazed by
Yeah.
a fax machine.
But
James still be 5
speaking
minutes
of-
late.
Well, speaking of Star Trek, you know, Star Trek was the first show to ever showcase a cell phone. The tricorder was a cell phone.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Well, that's where there you go. And the gadgets, Dr. Gadget's shoe, Hugo
smart.
saying,
Get smart.
You
Maxwell
can-
Smart.
There's so many of these things that all it takes, and hence why I think Albert Einstein, his famous quote, imagination is more important than knowledge, because imagination kind of pulls those things up. So there's your little, your Wednesday fascinations.
I didn't realize
the
James was
future.
a Star Trek nerd.
He's a major nerd, yes.
I-
He and I have Star Wars, Star Trek fights all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wait, can you do it, James? Did you just try to do the Vulcan?
You can't do it.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh.
He actually looks like on James. You remind me of Stargate. You know the Stargate and the guy that had the thing on his head.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, I know all
Teal.
about Stargate.
Thank you, Will.
Teal, yes. Oh, yes.
Google it.
I know all about Stargate, too. You know, I'm a big sci-fi nerd anyway, so
He
yeah,
is.
I'm all excited.
Since you said it, I'm just going to say it now. You guys are all nerds.
We're all nerds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good Lord.
We're all nerds in
Please.
one way or another.
I was
right?
mad that I scratched my Mandalorian helmet the other night.
Oh,
my wife
goodness
just got me a
gracious.
pen to clean it up.
Parents are sending their kids to detox camps to pull them away from their screens. I know this is kind of a shocker,
Okay.
but one is called Reset Summer Camp. Here's one mom sharing her concerns with the founder.
There's a lot of overwhelm that comes from it with teens, and it's impacting the mental health. It often can become an addiction, and I know you specialize in that area of helping families break that cycle.
Well, like I say to every parent at every workshop and every time I give a talk, is it's really about parental daily communication. And by the time they call me, they want to send their kids somewhere and get them fixed. and I'll laugh and I'll say, I can't fix your kid. I can detox your kid.
So this is not your ordinary kids camp. It's for kids ages 13 to 18. It's meant to help children with everything from social anxiety to depression to gaming, social media addiction. The campers spend 4 weeks in college dorms, no tech devices allowed. The price tag, parents, $8,000 per camper, so it is not cheap. It was started back in 2017. It helps both parents and kids. It also offers a 4-day adult summer camp in rural Canada. Another safeguard that parents can use is a Facebook page called Officer Gomez, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's run by a school resource officer in Idaho, and it teaches parents how to uncover the common kid workarounds when it comes to their phones and social media.
So basically, like, what do you say when your kid's like, I have to have this for school? I guess those kind of workarounds.
Yes,
or what?
yes, but it also talks about how kids can disguise a social media app with something else. So it's like, hey, parents, by the way, if you notice this app on your kid's phone, it's not this, it's that.
Okay, it's funny. I've mentioned this on the show. I'll bring it up again. LinkedIn. If your kid is on LinkedIn.
Oh no, is that one of them?
So I found this out. So they give them a laptop. At least the schools that Enzo goes to, they give them a laptop, but they block sites like Facebook and those sites. But LinkedIn, they let you go through. So you set up a LinkedIn thing. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I said I was the president of, I went to Harvard University and I work at 7-Eleven. Anyway, but they can use, that's how they message back and forth.
That's clever.
Hey, that's great.
You're learning ways to work around the system.
That's the workaround for that. Here's another thing, though, is that we take Enzo to camp and we drop him off and we take his phone from him anyway.
Do you?
And it saves me about $7,000. But I know they do other things while they're there. But that's the thing is we think our kids have to have it.
Right.
They're at summer camp. They don't need it there. And to some extent to school as well. We think that they have to have a phone to go to school. They don't. They don't need to have it. And if you're worried about why I need to know where my kid's at, like my parents never had to worry. I mean, they figured it out. I'm alive. Get them a watch. Put a GPS thing in if you're that concerned about it. And I say this, I was a substitute teacher, and I'm telling you, the phone is such a big problem, from cheating to even just distractions.
Yeah. They had a new study I read about this morning, and it's about how social media has really affected everyone's focus. And it's so true, because you think about it. One guy said bingo.
Y'all
Mitch
be cool.
is a perfect example. Matt too. One example was the one guy said he cannot sit at a dinner table without having his phone nearby just to check his socials, whatever it is he's following. Same goes for television shows. Yeah, I know, right?
Mitch and I were joking. That's real all the time.
He has no idea he's on right now.
No idea. No idea he's on.
That's his job.
Yeah.
Though. All right,
I know.
We're calling you out, James, but we know that
I'm working.
You're calling
so
that kid.
I
He's working.
I can do. I'm working.
He's got some money in escrow that he has to get for this insurance.
Thank you, Robin Hood.
But something hit home for me, and that is when I'm watching a television show, I get kind of antsy, and I always have to have my phone nearby. And if I'm looking at my phone, I'm not paying attention to what I'm watching, and then I find out I've missed like 2 minutes that were really crucial to the entire storyline.
I wish more shows and more streamers are more like Amazon, where I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, who is that guy?
Yes.
Who is that? And then all of a sudden, now I'm on my phone.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then I wind up missing it
You get
all.
sucked down a rabbit hole. You doom scroll. The reels. That was the other thing they were saying. Like we're now getting trained to have such short attention spans.
Guilty.
That we can't invest ourselves in reading a book or watching a television show unless we catch something immediately.
You got 8 seconds for me, pretty much.
8 seconds.
That is like if I don't know what you're about to talk about, and every single podcast, hey everybody, I'm Mitch. We're gonna do a subscribe to this. I don't want to hear that crap. Just get to what you're. I want to find out how to
Same
fix my
with YouTube.
carburetor.
I don't want to know what the weather's like on your farm. I just need to know how to fix the irrigation.
But there was a time that we probably accepted that and didn't think about it.
That's why when I see a movie is over an hour 45, I'm like, oh God,
yes,
really?
I know.
We're doing. Come on.
I will tell you that is interesting. You said that. If I see something, I go, well, this looks really good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's a TV series.
We watched the Eddie Murphy documentary last night, and it's like, how long is that? It's like an hour 47. I'm like, all right, let's invest in it.
Yeah, it's an investment of time. The other interesting thing about this study that came out, we talk about kids in this detox camp, but adults, even older adults, are so sucked into Facebook, they spend 2 to 4 hours a day on Facebook, and their focus, their anxiety, their levels of depression have increased.
I would 100% agree with you on that. And we also have more people that are working from home and also have their laptops, so it makes it accessibility very, very simple and easy. Maybe instead of reaching for your phone, you should reach for a crystal. We have a special from Sedona, a special person coming in from Sedona. It's going to tell us about the healing power of crystals. Plus, we're talking to Sheena Easton on the Scene with Doreen. Doreen is. And here's our trivia question.
What fruit was originally called a Chinese gooseberry?
Ooh.
They know.
All right, welcome back to Daily Flash. Let's see if you can get today's brain flash question right. Here it is, that question. What fruit was originally called a Chinese gooseberry? A kiwi, believe it or not. Kiwi, there you go. Get your brain rocking and rolling, and maybe if you need a little even more help for that, you ever explored the healing power of crystals? Well, maybe you have a few around your house because of their beauty, right? Well, our next guest, Jamie Inglett, says that each stone actually carries not just energy, but consciousness and ancient wisdom. She joins us right now. Her book is called Crystal Creed, the ultimate guide to crystal healing, and she joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us from Sedona, Arizona, which, something about Sedona is that the crystals, I know my wife just recently went there. This is the place to go where you live, right? I mean, there's a lot of, I guess, a movement in that area. Am I right or wrong on that?
You are. Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so let's talk about the crystals. I mean, we hear about it all the time. How can crystals really influence, say, energy and maybe even healing?
Absolutely. So crystals are much more than just beautiful gems that are found in the earth. They form under very specific geological conditions over thousands, millions, or even billions of years. And they have been used since ancient times for healing and manifesting specific intentions. When we bring a crystal into our energy field, it helps stabilize our frequency, which can be offset by different things in our environment, our emotions, and different things like that. And when people feel more grounded through the energy of crystals, that's when healing and transformation can occur.
Okay. Now, is there really a method for selecting a crystal? And I've also heard you should cleanse them after you buy them. Explain both of those questions.
Yeah, so I like to encourage people to go with their intuition. So sometimes you might be drawn to a specific crystal because of the way it looks. Maybe it's your favorite color, or you just are drawn to it and you don't have any explanation of why. So I always say trust your intuition first. And then you can also select crystals based on an intention. So if you're wanting to manifest money, you might want to go with an emerald crystal. If you're wanting to manifest love, you could go with like a pink crystal like rose quartz. And then amethyst is really great for helping you enhance your intuition. And cleansing is important because crystals retain energy of anywhere they come in contact with. So all of the hands that touch your crystal before it comes to you have an effect on its energy. So it's great to cleanse it with either smoke, another crystal like selenite, or even just your intention will be great enough.
Okay. All right. Now, what about rules when it comes to actually where we place the crystals around the house? I mean, to me, I'd probably want it by the window because I want light to shine on, but that might not always be the case. Am I right?
Yeah, some crystals don't like to be in direct sunlight. So I don't always like the word rules when it comes to crystals.
Okay.
I like more of guidelines. So we want to place them in our home where we want support or just to feel inspired. So like I like black stones like tourmaline and obsidian by the door to cleanse and ground energy as it enters your space. Crystals in the dining room like malachite or citrine can help with digestion. Amethyst near your bed is great for sleep. And then also rose quartz is also great for the bedroom as well.
Okay.
And then just thinking of your house like an energy field. So you just want to place crystals where it's going to help you feel positive and inspired.
It makes a lot of sense. Can I speak to maybe those that maybe don't believe necessarily in crystals? They're not going to do anything bad. Do you feel that it's something that it's a physical manifestation where you can hold it that, maybe it's just psychological? Do crystals really give off that? And what do you say to people that go, man, this crystal stuff's just crazy. I don't buy it.
Yeah, well, there is the placebo effect. So, at the very least, even if you don't believe in crystal energy, you can look at them as beautiful objects from the earth. You can look at them as the
Yeah.
placebo effect. But they're also used in electronics, like quartz is used in computers and cell phones and things like that. So, they do have scientific properties.
It's interesting that I guess my sister said one time for deodorant, putting crystals for your deodorant, and I go, that's where I got
Yeah.
to stop. But is that a real thing? She wasn't messing with me.
No, yeah, it's a great natural deodorant.
All right, I'll try it. I like it. I see nothing wrong with it. They're beautiful. And again, they have so much different properties in how they can help out. Thank you so much for educating us on this. And if you want to get more information on crystals, how they can help you, you can get a copy of Jamie's book. Just go to jamieinglet.com. Matter of fact, we'll have this interview as well as links on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Well, it's a little bit Bravo and a little bit The Truman Show mixed with a nosy audience. Fans are glued to watching a live stream from the Elbow Room in Fort Lauderdale. The Florida bar has been sharing its camera feeds featuring its boozy, rowdy regulars since 1996. So they are old school.
Oh, wow.
Yep, way before social media even existed. The bar cameras cover everything so no patron is safe. The beach cam, the patio cam, the band cam, the bar cam.
Band cam.
Viewers can watch the video feed for free, but if you want audio, it's an extra $2.99 a month for a little audio.
Just so you can hear.
So you can hear
loud
noisy
people talking.
noisy bar conversations.
That's pretty interesting. I would imagine back in 1996, though, it's like one of these, you know?
Yes, exactly. And then the Wheel of
bandwidth.
Death, you know.
And I know that the Hard Rock did that, and what they did was they put cameras in all, this is back in the 90s, 2000s maybe, and they put cameras in all of their places, and you can go and you can see what it looks like everywhere else. But, you know, you go to Planet Hollywood or Hard Rock, one or the other. At Hong Kong, they're dark, it's closed, so all you saw was like a black screen. Every time I went in there, it was just a black screen. That's pretty impressive, though, to still be around that long. New York City has created a so-called stress-free zone in a Brooklyn neighborhood.
Okay.
It promises to give new parents everything from free massages to mental health screenings. Docs say that the pilot program has already helped hundreds of young families in the city's epicenter. The program, based on a stress-free zone that was created in upstate New York about 25 years ago. The effort is part of the Big Apple's Healthy Initiative, which aims to increase New Yorkers' average life expectancy to 83 years by the year 2030. That's the way the communists would want you to live longer so you can pay more taxes. Am I right or wrong?
You could be 100% right on that.
It's not wrong, y'all. Think about it.
For generations, mankind has depended on one sacred device, the home television, a portal to laughter, heartbreak, and that one weird British baking show you swore you'd only watch once. But after 5 long days of labor, housework, and endless carpool lines, one question still haunts humanity. What do you binge this weekend?
Fear not, the experts are here. Join Daily Flash every Friday for Streaming for the Weekend. Because life's too short for bad TV. Streaming for the Weekend every Friday, only on Daily Flash.
Streaming for the Weekend.
All right, welcome back to Daily Flash. It's time to get on the scene. This week, Doreen is talking to the one and only Sheena Easton. Check it out.
Today on the Scene with Doreen, I get to sit down with pop singing sensation and the voice of an entire generation, Sheena Easton. She's back out on the road, and I can't wait to dig in. Check it out.
My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5.
Sheena, happy anniversary. Your hit Morning Train turned 45 years old this year. MTV was still in its infancy when that song was released. I mean, music videos were not these mini epics that they are today, and there was really no budget behind anything. You had to do your own hair and makeup.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. I remember the head of the company bringing me in, and he went, you know, we need to do a little film, is what he called it. We didn't even call them videos then. We need to do a little film because they're doing this thing now where they're putting films out with all the records, and they're playing it in places when you can't get over there to do TV shows. So I don't know, like, go make one. They hired somebody to direct it, and we, you know, it was a song about a train, right? So they went, oh, great idea. Let's go to a train. I just recently had a very bad perm done up the high street. And I had, you know, this jumpsuit, I think. that I pulled out of my closet. And I was like, okay, I'm on the train singing this song. This is crazy. And that was my very first music video.
Now, Morning Train appeared in one of my favorite sitcoms twice, Seinfeld.
You know, Morning Train showed up in some of the weirdest places. And, you know, it's nice. It's a nice surprise when that happens. It's like, oh, that's really cool that they used that song.
Are you ever shopping in CVS?
Oh, yes.
And you hear it? And what do you do? Do you stop or do you just kind of like, oh, that's just old news now? I you know.
That is always what's happening. And you're always in the personal aisle. And you're like, oh, here we go. Of course, that's what's playing, you know?
And you can't say, hey, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, you're just like trying to keep your head down and like put your stuff in your basket and get out, sneak out.
See, no, me, I'd probably stand on top of the shelves and just say, that's me. Yeah, and by the way, I'm buying maxi pads. You are one of the select few in the world who have performed a James Bond theme song, but yet you are the only one that has the distinction of being in the actual opening credits of a Bond film.
It looks very glamorous on the screen, but it was not glamorous when we were shooting that.
I heard, didn't they tie you down?
They clamped my neck. There was a clamp around my neck. Well, not for the entire thing. For in the opening sequence, the camera zooms in all the way to just my lips.
Yes.
And if I moved slightly to the right or left, I would have been, you know, out of the screen, out of focus.
Right.
So for that, I had to still sing with passion and keep my eyes alive and you know, give it some energy, but not move.
Wow.
So after him trying to get me to do it, he went, you know what, just clamp her. That's what he did. I was clamped up whole. A lot of people ask me when they see the poster for that movie, which is, you know, a close-up of very long legs and then, you know, stuff going on underneath.
Right.
They think it's my legs. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's like a 5'10" model. I'm 5'1". No
You know
chance.
what? Take
you know,
it.
but-
Say absolutely, it's
Yeah,
my legs.
Yes, it's my legs, darling.
And they had
It's
to
so
cut. They
mean.
had to cut some because I was even taller than that. So we
Yeah,
had to actually
exactly.
crop it.
That's not even all my legs.
There
There's
you
more
go.
of me.
Visit SheenaEaston.com for more info, music, and tour dates. Check her out live in a city near you. She's actively out there touring now through the rest of the year and into 2026. I thank you for spending time today, and anytime you have an open invite to come back on the show.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to hear more of our wonderful conversation, visit here. I'm Doreen Taylor with the Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
If you're still scratching your head and wondering what 6'7" means, well, experts say it's really meaningless. However, some historians say the term dates back to medieval times.
Come on, no.
One expert says the term stems from a decades-old dice game called Hazard. It's what's known today pretty much as craps. In the old dice game, 5, 8, and 9 were the most likely results, but the numbers 6 and 7 were more high stakes. And believe it or not, there are references to 6, 7 in Chaucer and Shakespeare.
Carrie Underwood, country star, you know,
Yeah.
American Idol, she came up with the best idea. She has some kids, and they keep running around saying 6, 7. When they yell out 6, 7, you just go 53099.
8, 6, 7.
It's 5309. So yell out 5309. And because, number one, we're doing that,
Yeah.
they're going to quit doing it.
Because
We're
yes.
being just as annoying as they are. It's time
Yes.
for us to fight. It's time for us to get back.
Take our country back.
Yes, take our numbers back.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's top. Let's check in with our stations across the nation. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. Yes, 219 affiliates across the beautiful country and around the world on the Armed Forces Network. You can head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Click where to watch to find out where it is so you can share it with your friends and family. Today we are checking in with our friends at KTVQ in Billings, Montana, which is the largest city in Montana by a very wide range. And they're getting all kinds of traffic there just because of everything. Everybody's so interested in Montana now because of all of the TV shows taking place nice out
It's
there.
big sky for sure. Yeah, Montana's it's a state I've never really gone and discovered as much. I really want to get up there and do
do
just
too.
that. It's a really neat place.
I always feel like whenever you hear someone say they've made a lot of money or they won the lotto, like, I'm moving to Montana, I'm getting away from everybody, I'm out.
Yeah, they
Bye.
do. Yeah,
Ted
that's
Turner
true.
owns, like, he's the second. Yeah, one time he was
Largest
the second
landowner. Yeah.
private landowner. All right, I need to get everybody's opinion on this. James, this goes with you as well. This happened back in September. This woman's at the Walmart and she's checking out through the. You know the story?
You had me at Walmart.
So she's going through the checkout. And the self-checkout rather, and she gets up there and she sees a $20 bill on the ground. So she's looking around and she's like, there was nobody around, everybody left, and it was right there and such. And she's like, oh, must be my lucky day, and picked up the 20, puts it in her pocket. She goes home, everything's fine. A week later, cops show up at her house and say, hey, we're here to arrest you because basically in Pennsylvania, it is against the law not to try to find the owner of some money. She got arrested. She got arrested for, believe it or not, for a disorderly conduct is what they call about it. So she goes, well, look, all right, I'll give the guy, I'll give him $50 if we can just make this go the way. They said, no, too late. You're going to.
Then did she get popped for bribery?
Well, saying to the guy that lost the 20.
Yes, I know.
But yeah, she wasn't trying to give it to the cops, but yes. So here's the question is, I always believe, finders, keepers, losers, weepers, but you should, it's for good karma, try to find the owner of it. So they go back and look at the video camera. The lady's spot on. She's right. There's nobody else around. Nobody else around. They found it, but because she didn't go pick it up and say, hey, somebody dropped this, she was basically not thievery, but basically, as I said, disorderly conduct because of this Pennsylvania law. And she had to go and get a lawyer now. And luckily, the lawyer got involved and got the case dismissed, which it should be.
Yeah.
But it was definitely used. But do you feel that like, okay, if first off, should there be a law on the books for this sort of thing? And is it a finders, keepers, losers, weepers situation? When it comes to the money. And how do you describe money outside of the denomination, right?
I think in most cases it's a finders, keepers, losers, weepers. I mean, you can try and make an effort. I think if somebody was around, she probably would have said, hey, did you drop this? But then again, that person could have said, oh, yeah, I sure did,
That's what I would do. Yeah, that's where
and here's the other thing. Pennsylvania, do they not have any other crimes in Philadelphia that they might need to pay more attention to?
I'm glad you brought that up. They had to bring police officers out of whatever they're doing. I say, patrolling the streets or whatever, to go and arrest this woman for something this silly. Because I'm assuming the guy came back and said, hey, I lost a 20, anybody find it? That's that sort of thing. Should she have been arrested? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Did she steal it?
Absolutely not.
No, I don't. Does James have something to say?
James, I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
Let me see. From State Farm headquarters. I think this was a setup all the way, man. It seems as though that city is in deep trouble because they need some money somewhere. I mean, to set somebody up and arrest them over $20, that is stupid. I'm sorry. Dumb. What city is this in Pennsylvania?
I don't have the actual city, but it is a state law. It's a state law, Lee.
We'll call them out on social media. This is dumb. I mean, why would you even waste the police officer's time to even do something like this?
It's $20 too. If we're talking about a stack of bills, that's one thing.
Right.
And I'll be honest, if I looked around and didn't see anybody here, I'd think, oh, I must have pulled this out of my pocket and it fell down. I mean, I've done that many a times too. We would love to hear your thoughts about this. Drop us an email, flash@dailyflashshow.com. We got some great stuff coming up still on the show.
Yeah, is Madonna tying the knot? We've got a story about that, and we're going to tell you something good. Wild Florida rescue making headlines.
Very cool. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. You're watching Daily Flash. Stay with us.
And now a great gift idea for the young ones. Check this out.
This holiday season, I'm choosing gifts that put my kids' imagination into action. That's why I love the Scribble Scrubby Pets Glam Tub. Kids can unleash their artistic flair customizing these adorable pets with the 6 included washable markers. And when it's time for a new look, pop them in the tub and wash them clean. And for even more creative play, grab Scribble Scrubby Pets 1 Count. Available in cute farm animals to kid favorite characters like Bluey and Paw Patrol pups. Perfect for little artists ages 3 and up. Available at retailers nationwide.
Hey, are you planning on hosting a party during the holidays? Well, then you do not want to miss out on these tips and some recipes.
Chef Jamie Gwen here. This holiday season, I have some real must-haves for your pantry and kitchen. First Bush's Beans, family owned, grown, cooked, and canned right here in America. For the holidays, I make a white bean and ham bone soup, marry me butter beans, and quick quesadillas with Bush's black beans. I love them because they're delicious and endlessly versatile. For an appliance upgrade, check out the Frigidaire Gallery range with stone-baked pizza mode. It reaches 750 degrees, so you can make restaurant-quality pizza in 2 minutes. Plus, it air fries, slow cooks, steams, and more. It's the ultimate entertainer's oven. Finally, Sahali Snacks glazed mixes are premium dry roasted nuts, dried fruits, and spices. They're non-GMO, gluten-free, and kosher. Add them to salads or upgrade your pecan pie with maple pecans. Sweet, savory, and irresistible. Happy holidays.
When it comes to breast cancer, knowing your tumor's status matters. Joining us now to discuss are Lauren. She's an advocate for patients with breast cancer, and Dr. Edith Perez.
Metastatic breast cancer means that the tumor has spread beyond the breast area to other parts of the body. When this occurs, it's very important that there's a deep understanding of the biology or growth characteristics of the tumor to help inform decisions related to management. And one of those characteristics that is important to know about is called HER2.
When I was diagnosed, I was 35. Then soon after I was diagnosed stage 3, my cancer actually spread and became metastatic. And that's when everything changed for me. I had to take control of really my mental health, but also my medical health. I had to become involved in the decision making and know the data around my own tumors. And that's why resources like HER2statusmatters.com is really important, because as women walk through this disease, as they find out they're metastatic, they really need to know how to take control of their medical care plan.
With the holiday travel season underway, distracted driving remains one of the biggest threats on our roads. Here's what you need to know.
Holiday season is upon us, and so is holiday travel. Kids are returning home from college, families are gathering, all leading to increased activity on our roadways, which makes it the perfect time to talk about roadway safety and, in particular, distracted driving.
Some of the things that people have told us they do while they're behind the wheel include 80% admit to eating and drinking, more than a third admit to using their smartwatches, 30% are taking videos while they're driving. And whether or not you are guilty of those behaviors, certainly there are a lot of people in the vehicles around you who are guilty of them. So all the more reason for you to focus as much as you can on the road.
IHS has been crash testing vehicles for 30 years so that people can choose cars that offer the best protection. And today's cars are safer than they've ever been. But despite that, traffic fatalities are higher than they were 10 years ago. And risky behavior is a big part of that.
You can find more information at travelersinstitute.org or IIHS.org.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
All right. Well, as the holiday season ramps up, temperatures drop. It's easy to let our health routine slip. That's why registered dietitian and nutritionist Mia Sen joins us to tell us how she can help us out.
I have tips to stay healthy through the holiday season and into the winter months. Now, I love the idea of a wellness getaway, and Victoria, British Columbia is the perfect place to refresh and revive. You can set your intention for the new year this January in Victoria, British Columbia at tourismvictoria.com. Now, I'm a huge fan of superfoods, and Chilean salmon is a nutrient powerhouse. It's high in protein, omega-3 fats, and vitamin D, and a source of other nutrients that can support your immune health. Now, sorghum is another great food to incorporate. It's versatile, naturally gluten-free, and a natural source of antioxidants and a good source of protein. And finally, supercharge your wellness regimen with plant-based supplements. Rainbow Light's new liquid herbal tinctures feature sustainably harvested plant-based formulas crafted with care. Find them at the Vitamin Shop and vitaminshop.com. For more, visit nutritionbymia.com.
Here's a quick safety reminder for anyone hitting the roads this holiday travel season.
Winter holiday travel is here, and here's how to get your car ready.
Start with visibility. Swap out old wiper blades with Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade, to make sure you're ready for rain, sleet, or snow. These are easy to install, and finding the right blade is simple with their Find Your Blade online tool. Next, protect the inside. Use Rain-X Pro Carpet and Upholstery or Leather Cleaner to remove dirt and everyday messes, and help to repel future spills and stains so your car stays cleaner longer.
Get step-by-step tips and find everything you need at rainx.com.
Well, check it out. Host Mark Saltzman joins us now to share his favorite games and tech gifts this year.
Well, I'm here at the North Pole, as you can see, helping Santa's elves make some great games and gadget gifts just ahead of the holiday season. So let me share what will be trending. Playing console games remotely is incredibly popular, and with the PlayStation Portal, it brings the PlayStation 5 experience to the palm of your hands. It's perfect for households where gamers may need to share their living room TV, or they just want to play from another room. There's a huge selection of blockbuster titles for PlayStation Portal, including the critically acclaimed Ghosts of Yotei, the standalone follow-up to the award-winning Ghosts of Tsushima, where you're transported to 1600s Japan and you play as a vengeful warrior. Now, speaking of games, Konami's Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a faithful remake of the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, originally released in 2004, and reintroduces a new generation of players and veteran fans to the very beginning of the series. You climb into the boots of a tactical operative deployed to defuse a nuclear conflict. It stars the original voice cast and delivers upgraded visuals and evolved combat. Available for PS5, Xbox, and PC, the new Fox Hunt multiplayer mode also is a blast in this Metal Gear iteration. Another great gaming remake is Activision's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 through 4 bundle. Seen here, 4 legendary games, all fully remade at an aggressively low price. This collection combines everything fans love from the original 4 Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, but with new skaters and even more gnarly tricks, an even better soundtrack, and all new parks. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 through 4 bundle is on all major consoles and PCs. Next up, gamers who need more storage would love unwrapping the SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD for PlayStation 5 console and PC. With enhanced read speeds of up to 1,000 megabits per second, this officially licensed external SSD allows you to quickly transfer games to the PS5's internal storage. And for PlayStation PC games, store your game library and play directly off this drive. You no longer have to delete previously installed titles that you still want to play. It's durable too, as this SanDisk SSD has an IP65 rating and impressive drop protection. Finally, Alexa Plus is now available, a smarter, more conversational, more personalized, and more capable assistant. It's available on Amazon Echo devices like the Echo Show 11, a smart display with a vibrant touchscreen, loud and clear audio, and OmniSense technology for all new experiences. You can see recipes and calendars at a glance, watch your favorite shows, and even have Alexa Plus book restaurant reservations for you, and much, much more. Well, there you have it, a look at some games and gadgets just in time for gift-giving season. Happy holidays.
Time now for some entertainment stories. Word has it that Madonna is secretly engaged to her 29-year-old soccer star boyfriend after a whirlwind romance.
All right.
Sources claim the 67-year-old pop star said yes
67.
to her 29-year-old boyfriend.
Why would you do this to yourself?
I don't know. A source close to Madge says she's done everything there is to do, but now she's craving something genuine. Really. The couple recently celebrated Madonna's 67th birthday in Tuscany with her 6 children. The pair met back in 2022.
Right. Yeah, we give I'm giving her a hard time. But yeah, you know what? Hey, look, I think you said right. She's done everything she wanted to do. Why not do this?
And look, if guys at 67 can marry 20-year-olds.
I don't know why they want to.
Yeah.
And be a football coach, but they do it. And the other way around, I wonder if it's different, though.
I do, too.
Because there's, the feeling is, well, you want this hot, person
Younger,
around you.
yeah.
And women, once they get older, they're not interested in that at all.
Yeah.
So it has to be something genuine. I guess they've been together for 3 years, so good for them. And did we show the picture with the tooth?
We did, and it takes me back a little bit. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
That's what. Hopefully, that's just temporary.
I think it's her grill.
Okay, her grill. All right, I like that. Actually, I don't like that. I like that you have an explanation for it. Prince Harry is addressing rumors about his desire to actually become an official U.S. citizen.
Hold on. Who cares?
Who cares? That's right. 41-year-old says he has no plans to apply for citizenship. Again, who cares? No word on whether his kids will have to have U.S. passports because Megan is an American. They both likely have dual citizenship as well. So, all right, he's not going to become a United States citizen.
Can
so
these two just go away?
They're like,
I am so
here's
over
what it
both
is.
of them.
They're publicity people. This is a visual, Keegan. So they got this big old bucket, and they go, "This is a visual, Keegan." I'm sitting here doing.
It's okay.
I want them to, and they go, "All right, what do you mean? They haven't been on the news and the media for the past 38 seconds?"
Yes.
Pulls it out. Tell them you're not going to be a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
They're doing anything they can to stay relevant. You can't blame them. I get it. However, we're tired of it. No mas, right?
So over it. Yeah. The whole thing done. Over.
God bless you,
way.
and welcome to America. But we're done with hearing about
You
you.
wanted to come to America for some peace and privacy, yet you've done everything the opposite for peace and privacy. It's like the South Park episode that made great, perfect fun of them. Music mogul Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is investing.
I'm sorry, because of the pennies, 4 cents. It's actually now 17 cent.
50 times 4 is 200. Okay. Music mogul Curtis 200 Cent
200 cent.
Jackson is investing in Shreveport, Louisiana. Locals and city officials are eager to see how his investment can bring new life to the southern city. Jackson hit the ground running in Shreveport in 2023 when he announced plans to relocate his production company, G-Unit Films, to Shreveport.
Wow.
The studio plans to open for business within the next year.
We want to see you on the other side of this commercial break. Stick around.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Everybody, it's time for us to tell you something good. It's, of course, Tell Me Something Good segment of the show. We love ending the show, with something good and positive.
Yeah. So Wild Florida Rescue is a nonprofit that helps ordinary folks assist wildlife in extraordinary situations here in Central Florida. Now, I want you to take a look at this picture. A boat owner in Cocoa Beach, Florida, realized a raccoon had her babies in his boat.
Oh.
So he called the team at Wild Florida Rescue for advice. David, the boat owner, was worried about the mother moving her babies over the water, so he built a ramp from the boat to the dock to help encourage her to safely exit his boat with her entire brood, also known as a nursery or a gaze of raccoons.
A gaze. I never realized that.
A gaze of raccoons.
We show you this. This is something simple, but that's the thing is that it's those simple things says everything about you. When you do something good, and that's the stories that we want to hear. I love that. Also, I'm sure he wanted to get the raccoons off the boat. There's only 2 ways to do that: put a bridge, or
call someone to remove them. And you don't want to do that. And I know you have raccoons in your backyard.
We have, and they've actually we've made a garden. And I was telling Liza, I go, we're going to get all kinds of raccoons now. And for some reason, they don't come by as often anymore.
What'd you plant in that garden?
Sweet potatoes, some carrots. It's Liza's garden, so she knows.
Did you use my horse manure in that garden?
Yes, I get the best horse manure. Yes, I do.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's exactly what it is.
That could be it.
That's not a. I wonder if maybe they smell like another animal. That's a good point.
That could be a possibility.
Well, guess what? We're gonna have the world's first horse manure front yard over at my house at the English
Raccoon
house.
free.
Raccoon free for sure. I did see some running through the neighborhood too, so I know they're still out there.
I love raccoons.
They're fun to look at, but they're not fun when they go through your trash and all that stuff.
That is true.
Hey, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah, for more information on any of today's stories, make sure you visit our website, dailyflashshow.com. If you've got an everyday hero you want us to highlight, tell me something good.
Just tell us what they did. Drop us an email, either one of us, or flash at dailyflashshow.com. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Bye-bye.